people, 19. Whoa,
You have quite the crowd always, you
quite the
guys.
crowd. Love it. Yes,
Amazing.
I'm very excited to be here to talk about Australia.
We're excited too. Hello,
Yes.
hello, spoiled agents.
Oh, let's see the chat.
Hi,
Who's
Christy. How are
here?
you?
Hi, Christy, Nova Scotia.
Amazing. Amazing.
Wonderful. Where are you guys connecting from? Write it in your chat. I want to see. We probably have people from all across Canada.
Yes, I think so. We brought in everyone for you
Kitchener,
guys.
Niagara. Hi, Sarah. Nice
Hello.
seeing you. Uh,
Amazing.
Kitchener, Toronto. Oh, love it. This is great.
All right.
All right.
So we're going live here. Saskatoon. Hello, Cindy. We're going live across the country for you, Gustavo, because
Yes.
we are so happy to see you guys. The whole team, we know you and Noah now and Paul. We're happy to have you and thanks for joining us today. We're really appreciative of it. I just want everyone to know we are live right now on Zoom. We are live on Facebook. We're live on YouTube and we're live on LinkedIn. We are going everywhere for our friends here at Tourism Australia. Hello, hello,
Excellent.
hello.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Wonderful. So we've got everyone's coming in. Thank you guys so much. We really appreciate you guys joining us, whether it's over your lunch or your coffee break. I know Gustav and I were on different coasts, so I'm on my lunch and here on coffee. So that's great. And lots of our spoiled agents are getting tons of hearts. I just want to introduce our friend Gustavo from Tourism Australia. Gustavo, thank you so much for joining us today. We're so happy to see you again.
Yes, thank you very much. And I'm very excited to be here and talk to you about Australia. Today, we will talk about what I call the 101 of Australia, which is an introduction of how to sell Australia for all of you guys. Some of the information that you may see here, it's probably something that you may have seen before, but it's important for us to keep you updated on all the new things that are happening in Australia.
All
And
right.
I'm very thankful for everyone who's joining us today from all across Canada. Today, I have a guest with me. Is this guy that you see next to me?
So
I'll
cute.
talk about him later on. But thank you very much for joining us. And as they say in Australia, come and say good day.
Good day. Well, good day to everyone. We've got Ashley said one of her favorite people are on the screen right now. Ashley from on Facebook said that. Ashley, I think you're talking about both of us. I'm just kidding.
Yes.
Gustavo, it's you. It's you she's talking about. Hello, Sheila. Hi, everyone. So I just want to get started, but we want to get started with a few housekeeping, of course. If anyone has any questions for Gustavo, for the team in general, please add them only to the Q&A box. We're not going to put them in the chat because they move up in the chat and it's hard for us to find them. And we want to make sure we answer all your questions, which we will take at the end. Also, if you're joining us over here on Facebook, I see we got a lot of people on Facebook already. Facebook friends, please, please put your email in the comments so we know you're here. Not on Zoom. Zoom, we have you covered because you already registered, but just our Facebook friends. I can see already we've got a few people adding them in. Thank you guys so much. And also, Gustavo, I know you guys are always so generous with our spoiled agents, but I know today you've brought a $50 gift card. Is that right? For Lucky Spoiled Agent?
Yes, yes, yes. And I have even something better for you guys. So whoever stayed to the end of the webinar, that's very important. Stay until the question period at the end. We're going to select a winner today who's going to win a $50 gift card. But also, we're going to send you some Aussie treats. We have a water bottle, a travel bag, and some very special socks. I have pink and blue with koalas. They're really cute.
Oh,
We'll send you those.
so cute. I love it. I love it. I love it. I like that so much. And everyone does too. You guys, amazing. Wonderful. All right. Well, listen, I'm going to, Kaylin wants a photo of the socks. We'll see. We'll
I,
see.
they're really cute.
I'm sure they are. So again, thank you for joining us. We're going to get started here. I'm going to close off my screen. As you chat, Gustavo, I'm going to pump in some links, your information, our friend Paul's, our friend Noah's as well, and how
Yes.
they can find you guys on the Spoiled Agent Supplier page and how they can also become a specialist. How's that?
Yes, that is very important, and I'll talk about that later on. But first of all, just let me move my slides here. First of all, I would like to start with an acknowledgement of country, because sharing Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander history, the heritage, and the culture is a key part of what we do in Tourism Australia. And in doing so, we acknowledge the traditional owners of the country throughout Australia and their connection to land and the community. And we paid our respect to the Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander elders past, present, and emerging. Let's start talking about how big Australia is. Yes, indeed, size matters. The main point I'm trying to stress about selling Australia is that it is a big continent because it's essentially an island. Most people tend to think that it's a small, and many people make the mistake of thinking that you can see most of the country in a couple of weeks, which is of course not true. But having said that, it is possible to visit Australia in a relatively short amount of time. You just need to plan it carefully. The good news is that when your clients go to Australia, they will love it. They will be amazed by it, and they will want to go back and see all the wonderful things that they missed in the first trip. We actually have great numbers. Australia is very high. In fact, it's 62% of repeat visitors, people that would like to come to Australia for a second, for a third time. I like to lay over both maps of Australia and Canada for you to see how big the place is. Domestic flying times. So to further demonstrate how vast and how big the country of Australia is, let's take a look at the approximate flying time between some cities. So from Sydney to Perth, flying across the country from Sydney to Perth, it's 4 hours and a half. From Sydney to Cairns is 3 hours. From Sydney to the Reef, the Uluru, is 3.5. And then from Melbourne to Darwin is 4 hours and a half. Getting around Australia, to me, is part of the experience. The journey your clients take between places is half of the fun. There are many ways to do it. The first one is driving, of course. Driving gives travelers the freedom and the flexibility to travel where they want and see what they want to do. And we have a lot of self-driving itineraries in our websites that we can able to share with you. So driving in Australia is very easy. Just remind your clients that, of course, they will be driving on the other side of the road. But the roads are mainly, most of them, they're very well taken care of. They're paved. Even in the red center, and they're well marked. And as long as you are able to rent a car with a GPS system, most likely you won't be lost. You will find everything there. The other one is flying, of course. To cover all these huge distances, it's important to fly because it just makes everything easier. Access to international and regional airports is very, very easy. And flying is actually good value for your money. The other option is a coach touring. These provide good value too for your money, as it includes the transport, the accommodations, the sightseeing, and generally some meals. And passengers like it because you pay one price, upfront, and it's great for travel advisors because everything is commissionable for you guys, and they arrange the whole thing for you. And this is often a great option for solo travelers. And of course, one of my favorites, the trains, the rail journeys. Australia is home to some iconic train journeys, and it's a fantastic way for traveling between cities. Two of the most popular are offered by Great Southern Rail, who operates two of the famous trains, including the Indian Pacific, which goes from Perth to Sydney via Adelaide, and again, which goes from Adelaide to Darwin via Alice Springs. Now, did you know that over 70% of the passengers are actual Australians? Yes, this is one of the best way that your clients will have to, or the best opportunities that they will have to actually interact with the Australians, to make friends with the Australians. They will be in these wonderful rail journeys with them. Let's talk about weather. There are two climatic zones, and they are basically bisected by the Tropic of Capricorn. So generally speaking, there are four seasons in these areas, which are, of course, the opposite of those in the northern hemisphere, meaning us. The region below the Tropic of Capricorn is known as the temperature zone. So summer is between December and February, and visitors can expect warm to hot weather and humidity in parts. Great times to visit, as there are many outdoor events and festivals. And you can expect an average temperatures of 27, 28 degrees Celsius in Sydney. Winter is between June and August. And the Australia winters are much, I stress this again, much mild than the Northern Hemisphere. You will not experience snow in the cities. There is usually plenty of sunshine, and the temperature remains relatively mild during the day. And at nighttime, the temperature, of course, drops. And we recommend telling your clients, of course, to bring a jacket or a coat, but no need for parkas. The desert regions, such as Alice Springs, experience very high temperatures during the summer. And in the winter, the desert regions are usually quite mild, but nighttime is very cold, sometimes in freezing temperatures. Now, in the tropical zone, the region above the tropical of Capricorn is referred to as the tropical zone, and there is generally two seasons, tropical summer and the dry season. So the region include places such as Cairns, Darwin, and the top end, and Broome, and the Kimberleys. So the tropical summer is between November and March. You can expect very hot and humid conditions during this time. The big tropical downpour tends to occur later in the afternoon. Spectacular storms, beautiful. They're great to watch. Swimming in the ocean outside of the protective stinger net is not recommended, of course, during this time. And some part of the national parks will be not accessible during this time because of the water level. The water levels cut off some of the roads. So this is not necessarily a bad time to visit Australia. It's just that certain areas are not accessible, but it's actually great because everything is very green, very lush. There are waterfalls everywhere. It's one of the best times actually to go. Let's talk about the dry season, which is April and October, and you can expect perfect conditions. There's warm, there's dry weather during this month. There's low humidity. It's perfect time to explore all the areas and experience the outdoor festivals and the events that take place. Now, let's do a little bit of geography. Let's play a game. Let's match the capital cities with the territories, or let's see how much geography you can see. So, Melbourne, what do you think is the capital city? Sorry. Let's go back. Victoria, yes, and the capital city is Melbourne. New South Wales will be Sydney. Tasmania, I think we all know that one. That's Hobart. Western Australia is Perth. The Australian Capital Territory is Canberra. Northern Territory, and I know all of you know this one, is Darwin. South Australia, it's very popular lately, Adelaide. And then in Queensland, we have Brisbane. Excellent. I hope you all get that. So why Australia? Every time travel agents and consumers ask me, why is Australia such a bucket list destination? Well, let me tell you, Tourism Australia actually conducts consumer research around the world to see how Australia ranks among people and travelers all over the world. And they want to see what's the sentiment, what's the the competitive factors that make Australia such a wonderful destination. And here are a few interesting points that I think you might find. So Australia is consistently voted one of the most desired destinations in the planet. It is the #1 destination associated with being safe and secure. It is the #1 destination associated with having world-class nature and wildlife. And it still holds the top position for world-class aquatic and coastal experiences. And to top all of that, it maintains an association with good food, with wine regions such as Italy, France, and Japan. But I'm talking too much. Let's show you a video so you can have a feeling of what it's like to be in Australia. Here we go.
G'day world. Next time you holiday, don't go small. Go Australia. You want peace and quiet? Get 25,000 kilometres of it. Heritage sites, ancient wonders, we've got both. You want fresh? You're cooking that first, right? Dinosaur dips? Yep. Jump here, slide there, swing it, ride it, feel it, drink it, eat it, move it. And definitely do that thing. Whatever you do, don't go small. Go Australia. Come say g'day.
That's one of my favorite taglines. Don't go small, go to Australia. Before we get into some of the reasons why people love Australia, let's start off with some basics. So what do consumers want out of vacation? They want safety, they want security, they want value for the money. So no matter where consumers are looking to travel, there are usually several key points, and you can see them here. They want attractions, they want unique things to do, great food and wine, experiences. After the pandemic specifically, we all want to be in outdoor settings. We want beauty and nature and wildlife. So let's be honest, there is a little bit of truth in all of that we also like bragging about all our trips. And Australia is an aspirational destination to visit, and people love to talk about their trip to Australia once they're back. Australia offers all of these opportunities. And that's great for your clients because they will never be disappointed about traveling to Australia. Here are 2 quick fun facts about Australia. Did you know that Australia is home to over 10,000 beaches? And if you were to visit a new one every day, it will take you 27 years. Here's another one.
Actually,
Did you know
Gustavo,
that?
can I interrupt you for 1 sec?
Yes,
Our
of course.
Facebook is frozen for whatever reason. So I just want our Facebook friends to know they can join us also on YouTube Live. I'm sorry to interrupt you. I put the link in, but it's you can just go to the Spoiled Agent YouTube channel and just subscribe there, and we can watch Gustavo live for those that want to do it live, not just on Zoom. Sorry, my dear. Go over to
No
you.
worries, no worries. Our Facebook friends will join us later on in the other platforms. Okay, another fun fact about Australia. Did you know that the Great Barrier Reef is the only living organism that is visible from space and it stretches for over 1,400 miles along the Queensland coastline? That's about the length of the west coast of the United States. So it's a really, really big place. Let's do a little bit of myth busting. Australia is a place that many people want to visit, but often there's a reason why they're holding back. There's always a reason why they're not turning that dream into a reality. So it's time to dispel some of the myths that we have about Australia. So let's discuss some of the ways that you could address some of these common barriers and turn that desire to visit Australia into an actual experience that your clients will never forget. Okay, the main hurdle, the main reason why people avoid traveling to Australia, and it's, of course, it's a long flight. We get it. But here's an opportunity to upsell them to a premium cabin. So here are the approximate flying times from the West Coast. Some travelers assume that you need to have a large amount of vacation to travel to Australia, but I'll get into that later. I just want to show you the flying times. And by the way, we never had so much air out of Canada into Australia. Right now, we have 4 airlines flying into to Australia. As you know, Air Canada flies from Vancouver year-round, and we also have Qantas from Vancouver, and we have the other 2 options, which are Air New Zealand and Fiji, with those stopovers, Fiji in Nadi and New Zealand in Auckland. So there are plenty of opportunities for your clients to visit Australia. Some travelers assume that you need to have a large amount of vacation time to even consider travel to Australia. Most people think, oh, I need to take a month off of my life to go to Australia. The reality is you can experience Australia in a short amount of time. Approximately 10 or 14-day vacation is a good amount of time for your travelers and for travelers to visit and experience some of the major key locations at a leisure pace. Did you know that approximately 62% of the visitors will make a return visit? So the next time, they come down under, they could visit a few more locations. It is not practical to try to see the entire country in one trip. I mean, can you imagine a European trying to see Canada during a one-week trip? It's not possible. It will take months. And your favorite Australia wholesalers and DMC companies will have some ideas of how to craft the perfect itinerary, no matter the duration, for your clients. But it's usually about between 10 days and 2 weeks. But like we mentioned before, you don't need much time to actually enjoy it. But as a rule of thumb, we say that for every 2 weeks your clients are in Australia, they should be able to see a maximum of 3 destinations. Most of the time, especially for first travelers, that means going to Sydney, going to see the Rock, Uluru in the Red Centre, and going to the Reef. Some travelers assume that you need to have a large amount of vacations. Sorry, this is the one that I was talking about. A trip to Australia will cost a lot of money. Actually, that's not true. Of course, costs can vary depending on your client's travel preference and their budget. But it's important to remember that many of the best experiences in Australia are completely free. And I talk about this with people all the time. You can go to the museums, most of them, for free. You can go to the parks for free. You can go to the beach. Some of the best beaches in the world are in Australia. You just have to go and get to the beach. So seeing kangaroos in the wild, so seeing the wildlife in the wild, that's something that you can do for free. You don't have to pay for it. So that's one of the highlights to me of going to Australia, and one that makes the trip actually affordable. The quality of the accommodations and experiences is also very high in Australia. So assuring good value for the money, it's very important. And don't forget that the favorite exchange currency between the Canadian dollar and the Australian dollar. They're usually a par. Actually, most of the times, the Canadian dollar is a little bit better. So it's one destination where your travelers do not have to do any currency exchange in their mind when they're paying for things, because it's basically about the same. Now that you help your clients overcome their hesitation of booking an incredible Australia trip, you can give them some reason about why there's nothing like Australia. So research has shown that these are the main reasons why international visitors love Australia, and your clients will love it too. The first one, there is nothing like Australia, unusual wildlife. Australia is home to one-of-a-kind animals found nowhere else in the world. Believe me, every time I go there, I'm fascinated by all the wonderful animals that I'm able to see, from kangaroos, from koalas, echidnas, emus. Rottnest Islands is very famous for the quokkas. You will be able to see whale sharks. You will be able to see animals that you just cannot see anywhere else in the world. There's nothing like Australia indigenous culture, which has been spanning for over 60,000 years. And an indigenous experience offers you the opportunity to connect not just with the culture and the people, the Aboriginal and the Torres Strait Islander, but it also allows you to gain an insight about the meaning, the history, the traditions, and the important role that these communities have in shaping the country's identity. So I highly recommend you and your clients to go to Australia and experience some kind of indigenous-led tour, to maybe go to a contemporary performance exhibition, or there are hundreds of opportunities for you to enjoy Aboriginal experiences, but when you go there. One thing's for sure, your clients do not want to go on a diet when they're visiting Australia. Some of the best food I ever had in my life, fresh produce, farm and sea, food and drinks, of course, award-winning winemakers, distilleries. You can find in Australia, of course, all the international food that you can desire. To me, some of the highlights is that some of the best restaurants are in very unique locations that offer you spectacular dining experiences. And of course, all the flavors are just amazing. Did you know that Australia is home to some of the world's oldest wine regions, over 61 regions, and they produce more than 100 different varieties of wine. There is nothing like Australia natural beauty, for sure. And we have plenty of wide open spaces to explore. Australia is a diverse land of Asian landscapes, wilderness and natural beauty. Of course, you have the desert outback, heritage war sites, rainforests. There's so many places in Australia that you will be able to enjoy. Let's not forget, if you do not want to be outdoors all the time, if you just want to enjoy a modern city, of course, Australia have it. There's a lot to explore in the big cities, such as, Melbourne, Sydney, Perth. There's some of the ones where you are able to find your local restaurants, your boutique, your shopping experience, local designers, of course, shows, entertainment. There's tons of hidden laneways and small bars where you will be able to find great experiences. And finally, let's not forget the major selling point of Australia is actually the locals, the friendly Australians. Australians are awesome, and they're known all around the world for being welcoming, for being friendly, for having an adventurous spirit. This Aussie adventurous lifestyle and its locals are very famous. They're down to earth, they're laid back, they're optimistic, and the invitation to come and say good day, it's truly genuine. So how is Tourism Australia helping you to sell this amazing destination? So we have the Signature Experiences of Australia, which is a careful, curated selection of Australia's most outstanding holiday experiences. This is the best that the country has to offer, and we have them all included in this array of experiences. And we have in this type of niche experiences idea. So we have luxury lodges of Australia, great walks of Australia, fishing experiences, Aboriginal experiences. We have the golf courses, the wineries, the wildlife, and the cultural attractions of Australia. So these are 8 collective representing 195 tourism businesses that offer a qualified inventory of over 750 experiences, fully commissionable for you. That can be booked directly via their preferred wholesaler. You can find, your preferred DMC. But all these experiences are endorsed by Tourism Australia. So you can guarantee your clients that this is the best of the best. There's always other places for you to, other websites that will be very helpful for you to sell Australia. Of course, we have Australia 365 On Demand, which is an industry offer menu. So this is the site where you go and find a lot of things for you, the most outstanding holiday experiences And it is designed to be accessed by trade and media. Again, I highly encourage you to visit it and find all the wonderful opportunities that you will find here. Australia 365 in Demand, to me, is a listing of all the best and the vetted tourism companies in Australia. This is really helpful for you to build itineraries. As you know, Australia it's a destination that is usually not something that you can sell as a cookie cutter. Most travelers already have an idea of what they want to do, and some of them have very specific inquiries. This website will help you with some of the most difficult inquiries that you have, because instead of Googling companies or experiences, you just go to this website. And if your clients are looking, for example, we want to rent a sailing boat in Brisbane for a week, and your first thought is, oh, how can I do that? No worries. You just go into this website and you will be able to filter and find companies in Brisbane that will rent a boat, and you will find them there. And you just have to connect with them and find out about pricing and offers. But this is that website that will be able to help you build itineraries in a much. It's just easier to do instead of just Googling and trying to find different DMCs that will be able to help you. This is your best option. The Travel Hub is where you can find access to Tourism Australia resources. So you can download videos, images, logos, once you're trying to, and I highly recommend you to sell yourself as an Aussie specialist. And you will find a lot of information here that you can share on your social media for all your marketing resources. Let's meet Ruby. Hopefully you've seen her before, but I'd like to introduce you to our new Ruby. We have a new Ruby, our new 2.0 point campaign. Ruby new campaign features this guy that I have next to me. His name is Robin Irwin, who's famous TV father, Steve Irwin, and their family. They created the Australia Zoo. So vacations in Australia are all about lasting memories. And let's take a look at this video.
Bet they'll miss Australia.
What do you reckon they'll tell their mates back home?
Oh, that's easy. I reckon it would start with...
Guys, you are never gonna believe what happened in Australia.
Oh, this is gonna be a good one.
G'day, mate. Hop in.
Robert Irwin.
Mm-hmm. Sure.
I swear, it's another world down under. I mean, the sea, the sand, the shrimp.
Mate, we call them prawns.
Oh, and honestly, the best part was me and my best mate Robert.
Mr. Irwin?
Like this one time, we're flying through the air. I mean, Robert's kind of nervous, but I am cool as a cucumber.
I'm not buying it.
Oh, really?
Boom!
That is
Amazing, Ruby.
Everyone leaves Australia with a good tale.
Yeah, this place has a way of staying with you. It always has.
So what are you waiting for? Come and say g'day.
Great campaign. So this webinar, we barely scratched the surface to round out all your education, how to sell Australia, because let's face it, me here talking about kangaroos and koala is really not that helpful, not as much as you going into our Aussie Specialist Program, our multi-award-winning Aussie Specialist Program, where you will be able to find all the information you need to sell Australia. And you will be able to see why there's more of 1,000 Canadian agents that have been taking this program, and all have rated it at 97% satisfaction. It is simple to register for the program. You just go to the aussiespecialist.com. It only takes you a few minutes. And to complete all the intro modules that allow you to market yourself as an Aussie specialist, you only need 90 minutes. You don't have to do it all, complete in 90 minutes. You can do it at your own pace, of course, but I highly recommend you to do it right away. The Aussie Specialist Program is a free self-paced learning platform designed specifically to assist travel advisors in selling Australia to their clients. So to me, the benefits when you become an Aussie Special, you will have access to destination guides, to popular itineraries, to itinerary maps, interactive maps. You will earn badges that you can use in your digital signatures. You actually gain points that you can spend on our reward store that we have, so you can get many nice Aussie treats, of course, and merchandise. But there are many, many benefits. Some of them benefits to become an Aussie specialist. So Australia, as I mentioned before, is consistently voted as one of the most desired destinations on earth. So why not improve your knowledge and send your clients to Australia? Plus, advertisers sell 35% higher value bookings after finishing the Aussie Specialist Program. Repeat visitation, I mentioned it before, is very high in Australia. 62% of leisure travelers will return to Australia within the first 5 days after the first trip, 5 years after the first trip. So why not increase your commission and your repeat travel bookings by selling Australia? And of course, as an Aussie specialist, you will also get invitations to fan trips, to special events that we do all across the country, special webinars, and fan trips, of course, which, let's face it, it might be your best way to learn more about Australia. You're able to join us on fan trips. So there you have it. Like we say, there is nothing like Australia. This is my team. This is our contact. You can see there Paul Larcher and Noah. Noah just joined us a few months ago. He's our new guy in the team. They're both in Toronto, so you're able to see them for all of you guys at the East Coast. And I'm in Vancouver. I'm in Western Canada. If you need any help with any of your inquiries, any contact or any information, please feel free to reach out to us. Our emails are very simple. It's just our name at voxinternational.com. So whether you're reaching to Paul, Noah, or me, it's very easy to just find us. So please don't forget to become an Aussie specialist. I'm sure that you will enjoy it. It's one of the best, and I'm not saying this because I work for them. It's one of the best professional destination programs that you can do, for sure. And of course, to me, the big benefit, among all the benefits that I mentioned, fan trips and invitations and knowledge, is that you're part of our database. So when you're part of our database, you have this connection with us. You will get updates about Australia. You will get every now and then an email to tell you about all the wonderful things that we're doing in Australia. And that will help you keep it top of mind when you're selling it to Australia. As I mentioned before, we never had so much air out of Canada. And that's not because I'm calling the airlines, hey, can we have more flights? No, that's because they have done the research and they realize that there's a lot of demand for Australia these days. There's a lot of Canadians that are traveling to Australia. It is a bucket list destination. And I know it could be, as a travel agent, a little bit overwhelming to sell in the beginning. I was a travel agent just like you, and I know how overwhelming it feels to sell Australia because it's so big. There's so many things to do, so many details. Don't worry about that. Join us on the Aussie Specialist Program and you will learn the basic. And if you ever need help with anything, just reach out to us. We will be able to help you.
Amazing. Gustavo, great job. You did so well. And, you know, like you said, you're here on the West Coast. We have Paul and Noah here on the East Coast, the east side of things. So the whole team is here, represented by Vox International. So amazing. Thank you.
Yes.
You've got some great questions and comments, but I just want everyone to know that as Gustavo was talking, I pumped in the different information of the contacts so you can reach the whole team, right? Also how you can become a specialist. And I do know it is such a amazing program, and it's you know, not so time consuming, but there's so many benefits to it to become a specialist. So you guys, I also pumped that information in as well. And we also have some people live on YouTube watching us. So hi guys on YouTube.
Yes.
And we've got some great questions for you. So
Excellent.
Hi Susan, thanks for the great information about this awesome place to sell and to visit. And Kayleen just said, I just completed the Aussie Specialist last week and it was fantastic.
Yes.
And Susan, another great Susan, said, a great program to take. Thank you so much. So there's been lots of people taking this program. And you know what I just did for fun? I created a poll on Zoom and I'm going to launch it. And I'm going to read the question out and I'm going to share it with you after Gustavo. Are you an Aussie specialist? Okay. So everyone's answering that's on here right now. Thank you guys. It's interesting, the results. So I'm going to just give it another
Yes.
minute. Lock in your answers, please. Okay. I'm going to end the poll because I feel our Zoom friends have answered it. And I'm going to share the results with you. Can you see them?
Awesome. Yes.
So more than half are
Yes.
Aussie specialists. But
You know what? I can guarantee you it's a really interactive and really easy program. It's really fun. We made it fun. All these years, the entire team has been working into making this program not just as a good resource of knowledge for you, but it's actually very fun and entertaining. And the first modules that you do are great. That's just the introduction to Australia. But there's so much more information that you will be able to find. We have webinars every month. You can join them live. You can see them later on. We have all the itineraries, all the self-drive itineraries, all the top things to do in Australia, all of it. You will be able to find it in this platform.
okay, great.
And
it's
to
a great
me,
platform.
the one thing I want you to remember from this webinar, and I left it to the end on purpose. Most selling Australia for you is a high profitable business. Let me say that again. Selling Australia is a high profitable business for you. Why? Think about this. Travelers going to Australia, they go, as I mentioned, it for at least 10 days or 2 weeks. That's 2 weeks of flights, hotels, car rental sometimes, tours, activities for a family of 5.
Yeah.
When you put all of that together, you realize that easily it could be from $20,000 to $30,000, and you get a commission out of that, whether it's 12, 15, 20%, any commission that you want to have there. And when you realize that every time you have a booking to Australia, your commissions are really, really good. In fact, we know people, travel agents across Canada that love selling Australia because they know the financial benefit of selling Australia.
For sure.
And it's not because Australia is expensive. Again, this is one of the slides that I was talking about. It's because when you put all that itinerary together, it's because of the length of time that your clients are staying in Australia. That's what makes the trip, the cost of the trip higher. But when you break the price, the actual price of the entire trip to your clients by day, they realize that it is actually a good price, it's a good value.
Sure.
But they're staying too long. They're staying 2 weeks, 2 weeks and a half, which is great, They'll get to see at least 3 different areas of the country. But it's really high profits for you guys. So sell Australia. It's really good for your business.
Do you mind going back to the slide that had the city maps on it?
Yeah, of course.
Sure. That's for Celine on Zoom. And also Jerry's asking, is it possible to get a copy of this presentation? I guess Jerry's got some people he'd like to present this to.
Yeah, of course. Yep.
Okay.
I'll send you a PDF version so you will have it there.
And the good thing is we send Gustavo and the team all the questions that are answered here, all the comments, everything. So they see everything, which is great in case we miss something. Okay, there you go, Celine. That's up for you. And is the motorhome market still in demand there?
Yes, there's a lot of it actually. And like I mentioned before, there's a lot of self-driving, especially for Canadians, because Canadians, even though they like the structure of a tour, they also like the idea of, you know what, for the next 3 days, I'm just going to rent a car and I'm going to do my own thing.
Okay.
Which is great. So of course you can have your tour, your motor coach, you have everything around taken care of for them. But there's also the self-drive. We actually got a few inquiries that are very popular, camper vans, for example. There's a lot of people that, especially families, they just want to rent this big vehicle and drive around for a few days. But yeah, Moral Coach is really one of the best options for your clients, especially for solo travelers, because it's more affordable for them, and everything's taken care of, everything is planned for them.
Okay, great. Let's see here, a few more questions. So if just a reminder, if you have questions, please add them only to the Q&A so we don't miss them in the chat. People are finding visa issues difficult, as they used to be free of charge through GDS. Is that still?
Yes, that's
okay?
important. So it used to be in your GDS system. It used to be free for you guys. But unfortunately, after the pandemic, the government in Australia has a new requirement for everyone traveling into the country, which is a photograph. They want a photo of the travelers. Unfortunately, GDS doesn't have the technology to do the photos.
Right.
That's why we decided to take it out of the GDS, and we create this application that is very, very easy for your clients, where they just download the application in their phone, and they're able to just get this visa in a very easy way. Did you know that our Canadian passport, they have some sort of chip that can be read by your phone? So I can show you videos and I can explain you. We have a guide of how to do the visa one step by step, but basically you take your phone and you put your passport on top of your phone, and it scans the information. So you don't actually have to type name, last name, day of birth. It just scans all the information in your passport. The next step is a selfie, basically. And it don't worry, it doesn't allow you to fail. It tells you exactly how they want the selfie. And after you get the photo, you just pay the $20 Australian dollars that is the cost for the visa. And I can guarantee you within the first 5 minutes, you will get your visa. It's a very easy and fast process. There is another way to do it for your clients that are not tech savvy, that unfortunately are not too, they're just not as good at with their phones. They're able to do it on a website. The main difference is when they do it through the website, it might take a few weeks instead of the 5 minutes that will take in this application. I can send you guys a guide, a step-by-step guide, even videos of how to do it exactly. There's some settings that you have to change in your phone, enable to your phone, to allow your phone to do the scanning of your passport. And of course, remember, when it comes to visas, every client is different. It all depends on their passports, their country of origin, their travel history. So most travelers do not have any issues just getting this visa to Australia, but some do. And in that case, we're able to help you and to redirect you to the right person to try to help you with this.
Amazing. You're so good. I just want to say, Gustavo's our tech guy. Whenever I'm traveling and I run into him, he gives me my advice, and he's so good with computers and knowledge of that. So thank you so much. Just I have a few more questions we're going to get through, but another comment. Jerry is heading there in November of next year, starting with a cruise, then a land tour, and cannot wait.
If you're going to Australia, make sure to go to that website that I mentioned, 365 on demand, because in our Aussie Specialist Program, because that's where you will be able to find your agent rates. There's a lot of activities and I cannot guarantee you free nights in a hotel. Not even I get that, but I get excellent rates at the hotels, and I can guarantee you most of the experiences will be for free for you. You just need to email the people and let them know, hey, I'm an Aussie specialist from Canada. I'm going to be in town. I would like to experience your tour, your hotel. Is there any chance that you can offer me a complimentary ticket or a discounted rate. And I can guarantee you most of them will be very, very happy to welcome you
Okay, great.
and offer you a discount rate or a free activity for sure. So make sure before going to Australia, go to the website and find all the opportunities and all the offers that are there that you will be able to find. And please feel free to email any contacts that you have in Australia. They love Canadian travel advisors. They love them.
Oh, good. All right, just a few more here. We're going to get through them. But Susan said, I just saw it, Susan, in the chat, so we're lucky I caught that. It said she wants to know, is gas expensive there? Is petrol expensive over there?
It is, just like everywhere else in the world.
And yeah, for sure. It's not cheap anymore.
It is, but like I mentioned before, to me, the best way to see more of Australia is to actually fly. And I have to say, the flights are very affordable, in Australia. Of course, you need to book everything in advance. But if you're thinking about driving, it is an option that you need to take into consideration. Yes.
Actually, Paul is here behind the scenes, our friend Paul, and he just sent me the visa information, the visa overview. So we can include that in the follow-up email for everyone as well. How's that?
Yes.
Paul, you are on. All right. Okay, Celine wants to know, is it better to buy domestic tickets once in Australia?
No, it's always better to book everything in advance.
Okay.
Always.
And how far would you book that and a train in advance?
The good thing about the visa is that it lasts 1 year. So if you know your clients are going to Australia, please let them know to get the visa right away and forget about it because they're going.
Okay.
And then you have time to start planning your trip. I think the sooner you get the flights, the better, not just because of the logistics of it, but because of the price. But yeah, they're very affordable. Domestic flights in Australia are very affordable compared to other destinations. And they're very easy pays. The airports are lovely and great. You just go in and out of the airports. It's very easy. It's uncomplicated. And then your clients are in the morning, they leave Sydney, and then in the afternoon, they're already in Brisbane. It's a different weather. They are soaking in the beaches. They're at the reef right away. It just makes the whole itinerary so much easier.
Okay. Where can Celine find a guide for accommodation if the clients want to travel FIT?
Yes, as I mentioned you before, go to this 365 on demand.
Okay.
You will be able to find a listing of all the vetted companies in Australia, depending on the area. There are, as you know, thousands of DNCs of tour guides that offer personal and FIT itineraries depending on the inquiry that you have for your clients. And you can find it by area. Of course, you can go to your preferred wholesaler, the one that you work most often in your company. And I can name tons of them, but I'd rather you go into this website because, and this will be local companies in Australia, which you can use for specific inquiries in specific areas. Now, if you just want somebody to put an itinerary, an FIT for you out of just an inquiry, a family that just wants to go to Australia, there are other DMCs in Canada that will be able to help you with that too. So I suggest going into this website first and trying to find somebody that can help you. Otherwise, there are many other options of companies that work B2B with you and send you itineraries right away. And then you don't have to do all the work. That's another thing that I suggest travel agents most of the times, because I know it's overwhelming to sell Australia. Sometimes you just want to pass this along to somebody else. You just forward that inquiry to a company that build this itinerary for you. And they add your commission, they add all your names, your photographs, your logos, and then you got this beautiful itinerary offer for your clients.
Amazing. Is there any mandatory vaccinations because maybe they want to, with the wildlife around them, is there anything different than you would normally get for traveling?
Yes, but depends on your country of origin and your travel
Okay.
history. So most of the times no, but it depends. We can send you that link to a guide that you will be able to find.
Also, any tours, are they adapted for people with mobility issues?
Yes, accessible tourism is a big enterprise that Tourism Australia is working on. We have an entire program for accessible tourism. And as you know, accessible tourism is not only about wheelchairs and actually getting from point A to B. It's about creating an entire atmosphere that is accessible for people with all sort of different physical mobility or mental mobility issues. So it's an entire program that we have developed in Tourism Australia. And you will find more information in our website and in the AussieSpecialist.com. But yes, we in this platform that I mentioned before, or you can contact us directly if you have a client that have specific needs during the travel. We have a list of companies that will be able to help you with that because they are specialists in making sure that any area in Australia is accessible for your clients.
Okay, that's amazing. And I just wanted to also mention, as you're mentioning that, Gustavo, I've put several times the Aussie Specialist link and how you can go on to, of course, the supplier page and Spoiled Agent for Tourism Australia. Just go to spoiledagent.com, go down to tourist boards, and boom, you're going to find everyone there.
Yes.
Lots of great information there and the specialists there, everything. So please check that out. A really great question on Zoom from Zon. For the first time going to Australia, where would you recommend to go and how long for? I love it.
Oh, as I mentioned you before, first timers, they need to see Sydney. They need to see that iconic landscape of Sydney. They need to climb the bridge. They need to do a harbor cruise. They need a tour at the Opera House, and you can do that in one day. All three of them. You can actually walk around the harbor, the Sydney harbor, and see a lot of things. The other iconic landscape of Australia is, of course, Uluru, is the rock. That's in the Northern Territory, in the red center of Australia. That's the second most desirable and popular place in Australia. And of course, the reef, the Great Barrier Reef, is the other one. Most first timers and most popular itineraries include Sydney, the Uluru, and the reef. But of course, after the pandemic, we're seeing a lot of other popular places. Perth is very popular lately, Western Australia. And of course, Tasmania is really, really popular too. So it depends on what your clients want to do. And it's important to know that most of your clients, by the time they contact you about their upcoming trip to Australia with an inquiry, they already have an idea of what they want to do, whether they want to visit some friends and family that they know, or whether there is a bucket list destination that they want to see, whether they want to find that iconic Instagram photo that they saw here and there. So they already have an idea of where to go, but I can guarantee you, for first timers, Sydney, Uluru, and the Reef will be the best choice.
Okay. So Paul, still behind the scenes, our friend Paul, he actually just sent a link, which we can also include about Unforgettable Accessible Australia. So
yes,
it's a really great company. He says that helps with that as well. If the travel agent has an inquiry about accessibility and how to proceed with it, it says here. So Accessible Oz, it's called Accessible Oz. So
yes.
we'll include that as well. It's a mouthful. We'll include that as well. Thanks, Paul. Paul's awesome here. Okay, so I just want to make sure also over there, the resorts, they also have their extras, like they have those taxes, resort fees, I'm assuming.
Oh yeah, and the best thing, you don't have to worry about tips. You don't have to think about tips in Australia. No, it's actually not part of the culture, and most of the places that you go, they have a service fee included already.
Okay.
Implemented. It's part of the whole industry. So when you go to Australia, you actually don't have to think about it. Most of the times when I'm on fan trips and we are trying or have the urge to tip, most of the times the Australians, they react in a very surprising way when we're trying to give them money, because they go, why are you giving me money? They're just not used to it. It's just, you don't have to think about it when you're there. But yes, most of the accommodations will have, your breakfast included and all the other amenities that will be involved with it, whether it's the swimming pool, whether it's the shuttles to the airport, depends on the accommodation that you choose. But yes, you will find high value accommodations in Australia everywhere you go.
Amazing. Well, listen, Gustavo, you have done a fantastic job. And don't forget, I know you mentioned that one lucky spoiled agent's going to get a $50 gift card, but
Yes.
you also sweetened the pot a little bit, didn't you?
Yes, we'll send you some Aussie treats for sure.
Aussie treats. So if you
Yes.
get an email from Gustavo or the team, please open it because it's really, really good news. And you have all been fantastic. And I know we've got some real people here that really want to become specialists that are not. And those that are definitely interested in always hearing what you have to say. You and the whole team, Noah, Paul, and yourself. We love working with you guys. And we love our spoiled agents from across the country joining us always for these great live updates. So you guys heard it all here first today. Thank you, Gustavo.
Thank you. Bye.
Thanks again.